figuring out my modern day occupation based on JReg's modern day occupations. So I'm just basically going to watch. I'm going to say, this is literally me, this is not me, or something like that. Let's see.
Modern and viable career paths into this chart here. And I'm going to be ranking them from good to bad. Let's start with 1 hour a day, middle class, pseudo welfare, sinecure, golden handcuff government job. This is
not for me. Sinecure seems nice, but I don't want to go through that route. Not for me. This is too depressing to be in. Even though he rates it green, I don't want to be part of it.
Pretty highly coveted position, and I don't knock anyone that chooses to do it. You don't have to do a lot of work, and you can just kind of sit around and collect dust. So if you don't mind the smell of rot, this is the one for you. Moving on to
I don't want the smell of rot.
GovCore pseudo-socialist welfare neat. This one's definitely much less good. I'm going to put this as orange. And I'm going to move to full-on red for $0 a year hypothet employed side hustle.
That's kind of me right now. So I'm in the red. I need to move up onto some green shit right now. I need to acquire the green as well.
Artist. And basement-dwelling dopamine hijack perpetual losers. The real
maybe that's me as well. I think that's me. I'm pretty red right now, so I have to move up to the green. I have to do like this green right behind me and get green.
The issue with both of these is that they're too close to being future Soylent Green Chow. Moving on to youth.
Not sure what that is, but I'm not that. So yeah, I'm moving on in the other direction.
Euthanasia injector. I see this as something that has a lot of growth potential. And
not Canadian yet. No, not Canadian. So no, not going to be me soon.
And that leads us to poison pill salesmen. As far as I know, these guys are killing it. They're killing.
Don't want to go through that route either. I'm not the type to sell pills. I don't want to be part of big pharma. So no, not for me.
They're killing a lot of people. Now the entire 4Pay community replacement column is very appealing to me.
This I could see myself going into, but it depends, because being the one lacking community trying to sell it to others, not my thing exactly right now. But yeah, that could be brewing. It depends.
There's a lot of people who lack community these days, and financially exploiting these people for cash is very lucrative. I'm also going to say the $200 an hour
if they have cash. Well, they can have it.
Listener position is also very good.
I'm not that into therapy, so not for me. But spinning it in another ways, like consulting or something like that, yeah, I could see myself doing that.
We used to have communities that would fulfill this social function, and now we don't. And you pay someone just to listen to you. Surrogate e-father figure? Good. This is a side cat.
I don't know what he's referring to, but maybe like Jordan Peterson. I'm not vibed like that, so no, not for me.
Category of 4Pay community replacement. Invincible tenured boomer is definitely pretty good. These are people who can't get fired because they've been in the system for too long.
I'm not going to be like that. The system is not made for me. I'm not made for the system. So yeah, I'm going to have to stay on these kind of sidelines. Yeah, maybe earning this kind of 4Pay community on side bubbles around the system, but I can't be center system. I can't be in the center of the system.
It's definitely where you want to be. This brings us to intellectually impotent word cell mind masturbators. The word cells, I am not a huge fan of. I'm going to put as an orange, not terrible.
I could go that route, but yeah, since he's putting it in orange, it's probably not going to be that good to be like just talking in the internet in a word cell manner. So yeah, I'm going to have to think about something else to make money.
Moving down from 1 hour a day, middle class, pseudo welfare, sinecure, golden handcuff government job, we have unsupervised, forgotten middleman hiding between cogs of unfathomably large corporations. There's actually a connection here between this and the tenured boomer category. This is sort of the private sector equivalent of the sinecure government position, which does make it a little less good, unfortunately, because...
Yeah, this is not for me either. As he says, it's worse than the full-on system thing, and yeah, it ties into also being this kind of tenured cog in the system, but yeah, the smell of rot is too much for me. I'm staying away from that.
Because there's a profit incentive. Here we have 3 remote jobs at once, AI gap advantage taker.
This could be me, but I'm not a builder and I have bad work ethic, so I think I'm not going to go this route. I also have kind of, what do you call it? Integrity. I have integrity. So no, I can't do it. I think.
So there's a little bit of a space between now and when corporations figure out that half their employees are automating their workflow to
Yeah, I'm also too slow. I'm too slow a builder for me to get 3 remote jobs. No, I can't even get one single job. So yeah,
AI. And so in that little gap, you can be working like 3 remote positions at once and just building all of them simultaneously. This is a very good position to be in. I'm gonna give this one a hearty green. For wage slave capital.
That would be my ideal goal, but I'm not going to get it. So yeah, I have to go through another route. Maybe the consulting thing.
Recruiter, grind hustle, vapid maxed, empty life, sigma male. I'm gonna give this
not for me really. I like having meaning in life. So yeah, the empty life is not for me. I also don't really like wage slaving.
This one, definitely an okay position. It's a solid choice, but if you're trying to maximize capital and having an empty life, I think there's better options. In terms of the God players, image of God defilers, and tech bro apocalypse accelerators, this is all very good.
I could see myself in going through this route. It depends on how much I build, on how other tech people around me get to convince me that I could join their team. It depends mostly on my surroundings, but yeah, we will see. I definitely could work for someone who's trying to accelerate the tech pro apocalypse, or who's trying to become the new gods using machine learning or something like that. So yeah, I'm adjacent to that path, and I'm always on the lookout for opportunities like that.
You want to be on top during the AI apocalypse, so it can be your head in the jar. Human that provides value to other human.
This is going to be tough for me, so no, I'm passing.
Sorry guys, I really don't know what this is doing on the list. Amazon 0.001% efficiency increasing dropshipper.
I lack capital. I'm also honest.
Based off the TikToks I see on them where they show off an inspect element of
I do know how to inspect element though, so maybe
their bank account where they have $10 million. I buy it. Following the Sigma, we have the online sociopath. This one is one of my personal favorites. It's not for everybody, I admit, but
I think I could be an online sociopath. I just have too many feelings though, so we'll have to see.
I'm enjoying my space in this circle. The best part about being an online sociopath. 4 months crossover between.
Wow. I literally cannot believe that deal.
Of course, the crossover between the Sigma and the online sociopath is the scam course peddler.
I could sell some kind of course one day. It depends on how sociopathic I get, but I think I care too much about stuff to be that sociopathic. My empathy is not a good tool these days.
Fellas, if you can become a scam course peddler in the modern day, you'll be raking in cash. Same goes for the negative emotion architects, the democracy eroder, and
maybe I could do some negative emotion architecting though. I'm pretty doomery at some points. I could think about that.
The TikTok child mind melter, all very good.
I'm not good on TikTok. Short form isn't my vibe. I'm more of this kind of mid-length type of stuff. Sometimes long form, rambly, not algorithmically coded. So yeah, I think I'm going to pass on the TikTok mind-melting thing.
You can also be a no personality e-celebrity orbiter. Those guys seem like.
I kind of am on this already, but I do think I have some semblance of a personality. So I'm also not going to mold myself to someone else. Fuck. I could try though. Yeah, maybe adjacent to here.
Like they have pretty easy lives. Spinning off from democracy eroder, we have bot pol.
Yeah, I'm not going to erode democracy. I don't really care about it. So yeah.
Politician. And the arbitrary system complexifier. We love arbitrary.
This does sounds nice, but he's talking about it in the tax sense, and that's pretty fucking boring. So unless I see a good opportunity there, like for example, evading taxes, or well, not evading, eluding taxes, or setting up fiscal structures in foreign countries, I could see myself doing that, but it has to have this element of magic and not just plugging yourself as the most important cog in the grinding machine, the grinding teeth of the machine. So yeah.
Arbitrary systems, we love layers and layers of bureaucracy that get way beyond the grasp of any single human being, and you need a whole other person just to explain to you some of the rules. So like laws or how taxes work. If you're going to pick arbitrary system complexifier as a career, I'd really recommend you build a bunch of systems that prevent these systems from getting simpler. So you can
Yeah, that's my problem. I would be too dependent on the systems not changing a lot instead of me being like the force of putting me as the key figure. I would be more like in the sidelines trying to put things together. So yeah, it's not really a sustainable thing, and it's too much effort. So
justify your own existence. Spinning off from bot politician and crossing over into suspicious island-owning Monero quadrillionaire, we have the born-rich, old-money, arbitrary capital accumulator.
Too late for me for that.
This is a pretty good position, but it's actually not as good as it seems because you can be disrupted as a old-money person by new-money people, and then you don't have any actual life skills to get you through there. So I'm going to give it a
I don't have any life skills already, but I don't have money, so
very yellowish green. Suspicious island-owning Monero quadrillionaire is definitely pretty good as well, but you're risking the GovCore crashing down on you.
I also don't have quadrillions, so sad.
Let's go back to
I do have a Monero wallet. I will leave a link below if you can send me Monero.
online sociopath for a second and look at TikTok child mind melter. Branching off of that, we've got the morality disassembler. All this love your neighbor stuff seems to be getting in the way of capital. Branching off of morality disassembler, we have atrocity PR guy.
I think I do have some kind of morality, so I can't be a morality disassembler. Maybe other people's moralities, but mine, meh.
I don't know if you knew this, but the atrocity PR guys are always hiring. And this crosses over into the
Now we will probably have to hire one, but yeah, not. I won't be the one who is getting hired, sadly. Don't have this kind of skills.
violence monopolists. There's been a lot of riffraff complaining about violence monopolists.
I've thought of it. I think the army part is cool, but yeah, I don't really believe in this kind of nation thing, so...
Monopolists, but otherwise a pretty good job. Obviously you want to be the guys controlling the violence monopolist class, but if you have to be the violence monopolist class, well, at least you know how to do violence.
Yeah, I would like to know how to do violence, but I think it's so... The paths from there are kind of boring, so yeah, you also don't really get to use violence a lot, so... Why?
As for biosphere collapsers, it seems like if you try to collapse the biosphere quicker, you get money for it, and that's great. So this includes the misanthrope egoist, the climate change accelerator, the clueless nihilist, and the microplastic generator. Put it in my blood. Put it in my blood.
I could become something like this, but once I get money already. Once I get money, I will start to burn a lot more CO2, especially per capita, but yeah. Once I get there, I will step it up. But getting there through this path is not for me. I don't really want to get into oil and gas, basically. Not really my focus right now. I heard they're lucrative, but I'm not really in a place where that's like the focus. So yeah, I would have to move to some place else, a lot of logistics. And also the work is too embedded in giant corporations, so yeah, no, I won't really like that.
Put it in my blood! Branching off of morality disassembler, we have negative social value generator. Now this one could go either way, but the fact that this can make money really says a lot about society. As for the
I'm not sure what he's referring to, but I could try.
testosterone siphoner, again, a pretty good gig. And the overlap between online sociopath and testosterone siphoner is male-to-male dysphoria generated. By giving men dysphoria to become more masculine or women dysphoria to become more feminine, you can actually make a lot of money. There's a lot of transhumanist augments you can take. I myself am a male-to-male transsexual and am considering going on gender-affirming hormones because on the inside I'm 400 pounds of raw muscle. Moving on from testosterone siphoner, we've got the vril-devouring e-succubi. I would definitely recommend looking into this if that's a viable career path for you.
Not really for me.
It
would be cool, but I don't think I have the assets.
Can pay a lot. What a lot of people miss out on, though, is that you can just as easily become a fertility-devouring incubus. And that's also a very lucrative career path. And over here, we've got underground tax evader and capped sex worker.
my OnlyFans doesn't seem to have a lot of prospective customers, so I'm going to have to discard that. But I do like the underground tax evader part of it.
Big yes. Now we're in the big criminal sphere. Being a criminal is pretty
Crime is not for me. I'm too open online. I say a lot of shit. I would get doxxed immediately. I would get arrested pretty quickly. So yeah, I'm not fucking around with crime, I think.
risky. I'd probably
I do like easy money, but not for me.
recommend against it. That includes the thief, drug dealer, murderer, triple major. And crossing into crack, adult, schizophrenic, semi-lucid, hobo, doomsday screecher. Again, I know that this is tempting.
I don't really smoke crack, so yeah, I can't be like this. I'm kind of semi-lucid, but I'm not really a doomsday person, so I'm not super doomery. I have my moments, but yeah, overall, I think I'm pretty white-pilled, so I can't be really earnestly doomsday screeching.
But probably not. Now, I know a lot of you have
Good to hear it's a bad choice.
dreams about this, but you definitely don't want to be a brick and mortar mom and pop shop.
Never
Instead,
thought of
I would
that.
definitely recommend being the brick and mortar mom and pop shop dismantler. Or really
That's already too embedded on those machines, so I can't really think of that unless it vibes with like some kind of AI thing. Then I could maybe see myself dismantling some mom and pop shops, some businesses.
any blue collar job automator.
Actually doing something like this.
bypassing all of this. If you literally just want to straight up be a robot, that's good too. Now
I
you'll
wish I
notice
could,
that
but
all of these
too far
jobs
away.
broadly fall under the role of 18-hour day computer
Already doing that, so no change.
touchers. And my screen time is down 25% to 11 hours this week. And finally,
Probably same.
branching off of brick and mortar mom and pop shop, we have increasingly untenable poverty line service
don't
job
really
for
want
immigrants and
any of
idiots.
this.
Gonna put this one in the red. We need someone to hold down the fort before you get replaced by a drone. And last but not least, we have the endlessly critical, hyper-nihilist, dystopia frame-locked, psychic despair salesman. This one's literally me!
This really isn't me. I'm kind of more white-pilled, and yeah. I wish I could do like something like this because it's funny, but I'm not as funny, I'm not as insightful, and I'm not as doomery, so I can't really be this thing. But yeah, it's a nice thing to consider.
It definitely pays to sell nihilism and pessimism on the internet. There's a huge market appetite for it, and that is all modern day viable jobs. Let me know what career path you chose.
Yeah, so I think I'm choosing either something tech pro adjacent, but without reaching God level because I'm not at that skill level yet, but enabling them if it gives me some kind of money. Maybe the for pay community replacement or $200 per hour listener in the community sense. I think I could go into that route. I could be on these fringes of the system, kind of in there, but on the sidelines, getting some kind of money for meaningless words and a fake sense of community. I think I could do that. I would also get some community back. Well, get some fake sense of community back for me, which I kind of need. So I would probably go around that. And maybe I could do this brick and mortar mom and pop shop eroding business, automating some kind of blue collar job. If the AI thing goes well, helping something like some companies like that who put a good startup face and say that they care about their employees, I could be one of those systems that disrupt and democratize something. I think I could do something like that. And yeah, those are kind of the main things I could see myself doing in the short-term future. Short to mid-term.
And that's why jobs are based. Right, kids?
End this
we all
madness.
love to work.
No,
right?
end this madness.
Right?
I spent most of my life looking at a computer screen, plugging myself into the never-ending stimulus feed. I don't have a culture or any kind of community, but I've got my memes and they've got me. My memes got me. I spend most of my life staring at this phone at home alone, getting all kinds of different emotions in me evoked, like anger at everyone that happens to be seeming to live out in real life the fantasies I am dreaming. And so to protect myself, I will project myself out. I will flaunt my wealth and mask my health like everyone else.
Literally me.
And second guess every single thing I think and I say.
Literally me.
Like, do any of these observations matter anyway? I've spent most of my life looking at a computer screen, plugging myself into never-ending stimulus fees. I don't have a culture or any real community, but I've got my memes and they've got me. My memes got me.
And yeah, this was a video from my 100 series videos, the 100 video series. If you want to see more, yeah, just click around. You will figure something out. Bye.